Hello, if we've yet to meet, my name is Julie Whitlatch. And this time of year, where I live, there's no gardening going on because it's really snow and the ground is frozen. But I am a gardener. I'm a big gardener. I love, love, love digging in the dirt. I plant seeds, I spread compost, for nourishment for them. And then I sit back and I watch those tender little seeds grow into healthy, big, blooming, strong plants. I think we're all gardeners. And whether you know it or not, with every word spoken, you're tossing out seeds. And then some other times people will jump in and throw a bunch of compost on those seeds to help them grow and become something. And I guess that's what I wish people would think about. When you are, spreading your seeds of words and then others jump in to encourage those words to grow into something, I just so wish people would give thought to what you are growing, what you are encouraging. Recently, I heard another blonde who happens to be 58 years old also. I won't even mention her name, but she was at a women's march rally, and in her wisdom, the words she decided to throw out were 3 F-bombs. She told our president that she thought, I can't even say it. Anyway, she said she started out, "Welcome to the revolution of love," which I thought sounded lovely, and I was really excited about that because I'm all about love. And then it continued to the rebellion, to our refusal as women to accept this new tyranny, on and on. Anyway, and she also chose these words that I found really, really disturbing. And this is a direct quote. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House. To me, those are throwing out seeds that could really bloom into something awful. And I guess, first of all, I've never really understood our fascination for, not fascination, our, why we give celebrities so much credibility. I guess I don't get it. Like actors and actresses, what they do for a living, quite literally, is lie. If they're really good at it, they're really good liars, and they have a gift at appearing to be something they are not. And so, and like this particular 58-year-old material blonde girl, she, to me, is so far from my reality. She doesn't vacuum, she doesn't clean toilets, she doesn't, pick up dog poop in the backyard. She is so far from who I am. And I have to say, she does not speak for me. She does not speak for me. I kind of sequester myself from a lot of news because what I find is to really, really get actual news, it takes a lot of effort, because most of it is a bunch of propaganda. Most of it isn't true news. And so I've been busy with other projects and I've not fully taken in a lot of news. So I wasn't real familiar with what this women's march was all about. And I saw these hats that were I thought, frightfully unbecoming. And then I heard what they were called, and I thought that was even more unbecoming. And I'm so, so thankful that women and men, and maybe if men have a march, they'll have hats with something else hanging off them. I don't know. But I guess the more I've come to know about it, what it seems to me, and I might be wrong, I way might be wrong because I'm just gleaning this from bits here and there. It seems to me it is it's defiance for our new president, Donald Trump. I think that's mostly it. I think women are fearful of having things taken away from them, the right to abortion, the right for equal pay. I so often, in fact, very, very, very often, In fact, pretty much always, when I see anger, it's because of fear. It's brought on by fear. It's not brought on by what I consider the opposite of fear, not bravery, but love. And to me, I don't know, it's just me. And, I feel like I'm 150 years old instead of 58. But to me, maybe the march should have been for men and women, because women without men would be no more. We kind of need each other in this deal. I don't know. I probably will get arrested by the politically correct police for saying this, but I don't know. I think men have sort of gotten the shaft lately. I just really do. I think I've had two events where men actually helped me with my coat. I was taking my coat off and then putting it back on, and they helped me. And I thought, God love them for doing that, because I think so many times men don't even know what's acceptable to do now. I might just say, I'm a woman, I can do that myself. I thought it was a lovely gesture, really lovely gesture. I think, I don't know. I would march for humankind. I would march for man and womankind, not to be politically incorrect there and just say mankind. I'd probably get in trouble for that, which is totally, completely ridiculous. But I guess, this woman who is a spokesperson, it seemed to me, at this one event, this big event, she doesn't speak for me. When she says she's thought about blowing up the White House, that's not my voice. When she uses the F-bomb 3 times, and I'm the last person on planet Earth, I have a real prejudice against that. I really do. I just think it's crude. I think it's crude. There were little kids there. Not a couple years back, Adele came out with a new song, and she just had a baby. And she came out on stage, and it was the first public appearance after she had this child, which I'm sure was beautiful and lovely. And one of the first things she said was she flipped out the F-bomb. It was like out of these beautiful rosebud-shaped lips made to kiss little babies' bottoms. Instead, she, said, oh, what the effing, and I wrote her off at that point, because I thought so many people look to her as a role model. Will she be proud if her little child, the very first word out of its mouth is, oh, effing mommy, something, something, something? I don't know. I think I'm a dinosaur here, but I just think it's crude. I absolutely, and I think it's, and this is really going to get me in trouble, I think it's especially crude for women. I do. I just think it's crude for women. And I will say, my dad, who was a sailor, he was a Navy man, career Navy, I never once, still in my life, have heard him say that word in front of me. He's probably said it in front of men, but he had has the respect for women to not use it in front of women, and I so appreciate that. Everybody's free to say what they want. They absolutely can, of course, and thankfully in the United States of America they still can. It's just a personal thing I have. I absolutely have it akin with people going to Walmart in their pajamas. It's like we've just gotten so dang lazy and casual about life and about some kind of decency that, and that's probably a silly comparison, but that's how it used to be. You'd never see people anywhere in the middle of the day, or, unless they were ill, in pajamas. Now it seems kind of common. It used to be, I have been at Walmart, and I've heard men and women flipping the F-bomb back and forth, and I think, oh my gosh, I am just born in the wrong time. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to continue and still be here to witness all of this. I think some people, especially kind of city folk, I think they think it's kind of sophisticated to use that word. I don't. I just don't. That's just me. I think there's, I guess what I look at, like Mother Teresa, I look at Jacqueline Kennedy. I look at Golda Meir. I look at even Grace Kelly. I look at Princess Diana. These are women, well, Princess Diana's younger, but, these are women that I looked up to. I can't imagine in my wildest dreams them flipping out the F-bomb. I can't, and I've got a good imagination, And then I think of young people today who are their role models. Oh man, they're flipping the F-bomb all over the place. So that's what they know to be commonplace. We've gotten to a place that is so casual that wearing pajamas and flipping the F-bomb in front of everybody is commonplace. And I'm the last woman standing saying I don't like it. It's I guess I'm also free to say that. I hope so. And I'm thankful that those women are free to protest like that. I really, really am. I'm just saying I'm also free to have a different opinion. I'm free to, I love it when a man opens a door for me. I love it when a man wants to help me with my coat off or on. I love that. I love that when they use restraint not to F-bomb all over me. I love that. I love that. And like I said, I may be the last woman standing, but I'm standing tall at 5'2", and I will not compromise it's not even morals. It's just, to me, it's just human decency. And wish that we could get dressed when we go to town, wish that men are still allowed, and they are in my world, to help with a coat or help with a door and just be men. Just be men, I'm just saying, in my little tiny world that I occupy, I'm really good with that. I'm thankful for that. In fact, I'm thankful it still exists in, some measure. So, to the material girl, God love you. I guess I just did not hear a lot of love from your mouth. I didn't hear it. I heard a lot of anger, and I think that's sad. I just think it's sad. And what I kind of feel like is, since the new president has been, he won, folks, he won, like it or not. I mean, I wasn't thrilled with either candidate, just on a side note, but he's the guy for 4 years. So I guess what I would tell those who are so unhappy and so fearful is this, as President Obama said, there are consequences to elections. So I think some folks are kind of in denial. They're not even wanting to acknowledge that he's president. Well, you need to get over it, folks, because, he is. And if you've been around at all and have a memory at all, you'll know the pendulum swings back and forth. It swings back and forth. So just hang on to that pendulum. If you're very unhappy with how it's about to swing, or how you perceive it to, how you think it's going to swing, hang on, because it will swing back. That's just how our country does. That's how, in a democracy, that's how it does. So hang on to your, whatever those hats are, and I think if we would just try loving each other, I think we'd be a whole lot better than, for every word, every seed that you throw out there, what is that seed planting? I choose love. I choose love all day long, I choose freedom and liberty and justice for all. That's what I choose. So thank you for hearing my rant, and I love you. And if you don't come back because you didn't like what I have to say, that is your freedom, and I'm 100% good with that. So thank you, and I love you. Goodbye.